Hello, my name is Kimberly and this is The Amazing Kimmeth, and today we're going to go over some tips to be able to read a little bit more. Today's society is pretty crazy, pretty fast, and sometimes we just want to slow down and read a book. First tip that I have is get rid of your phone. Put it on Do Not Disturb, put it on airplane mode, turn off all notifications. This is going to be the biggest hurdle because this is such a distraction. And I understand there's going to be some keyboard commando talking about the irony that I'm making this video about getting off of your phone. But hey, you got to start somewhere when you're looking for tips and tricks. The second tip that I have is to try to always have a book on you. This way, any couple of minutes that you have, whether you're standing in line in the grocery store or at the bank or post office or waiting for someone in your car, you can pick up your book and get a few pages in. Remember, if you read, you're reading, and it's better to read for 3 minutes than to doom scroll. The next tip I have for trying to read more is to make sure that you have at least one book waiting in queue before you're even finished the one that you're reading now. This helps prevent any sort of lag time between your current book and your next book. I know there's going to be a lot of folks with very strong opinions about my next tip, but if you are not enjoying your current book, stop reading it, find another book to read. Life is too short for you to read a book that you are not enjoying, especially if you are struggling to read. My next tip is to make sure that you schedule time. This one's really good for folks that are very busy or get very distracted, but block off an hour at least every week or every day, but treat this like it's an appointment. Put it in your calendar, write it in your planner that you will be reading on this day at this time. The next tip that I have is to keep some sort of log, whether this is online or a physical notebook, but writing what you're reading. This could be anything from just the book, this could be your thoughts, this could be how many pages or how many hours you're spending reading, but that's able to keep some sort of log so that you can reflect and see your progress in your reading. Another tip that I have is to make sure you have a notebook with you while you're reading. What this does is to help you from any distractions so that when you think, oh, I need to call my friend, I need to buy a birthday present for my aunt, or I need to pick up milk and eggs. Remember, your phone is turned off or on airplane mode. So instead of being distracted and getting on your phone and opening your notes and putting it in there, you just write it down on your notebook, set it aside, and get back to reading. And those are all the tips that I have today for how to read more books. Are these tips that you use? Are there other tips that you use? Let me know down in the comments below. Whether you read 1 book a year or 400 books a year, I'm still rooting for you. And as always, what should I read next?